Alright, welcome to another Discord League game. I have to change my stream title. There we go. This time it is going to be Dragon on Seeker of Void, High House of Light versus Phoenix on Isawa Mori Seido and Keeper of Air. So, probably going to be a couple of interesting decks. We see Tsukune here in a province. He has a Forgotten Library and Meddling Mediator, so I think this is going to be a... I want to say it's going to be a pacifist pass deck, but the Diplomat makes me kind of question that. Maybe it's more of a just old school glory themed deck. Dragon, of course, running monks. We see old Mitsu, so we won't be seeing, well, we could still see the new one, but I doubt we will. So we see a mediator and a swordsmith. Not sure how much mediator will do on this turn one, given that the opponent only has one character, but it is 3 political at least. And it looks like all of the conflicts are going to get passed except for one here, which is the last dragon conflict, and he is going to find Senpuku Seido, which means that with the stronghold, Phoenix is probably just going to win that conflict. Yep, and that is what we see. Swordsmith found Inscribed Tonto. I forget what that does, but we'll just wait till they play it, I guess. Discards the Diplomat, keeps the Tsukune, and finds a dupe as well. Oh, yeah. So we see the Mediator of Hostilities, which is whenever a player passes on declaring a conflict, you get to draw a card, limit twice per round. This is a very good card, and a big part of what makes this Phoenix pass deck very strong. Keeping the Tsukune is a little bit curious. I'm not sure how much I agree with that, but... Oh, and he's going to bid 1 here, wow. That is pretty aggressive, but it does put his opponent down to 3 honor. Yeah, this is the run. So, like, technically if he has... I guess with the mediator in play, bidding 1 is probably fine. You have a library as well. I was going to say if he has 3 backhanded compliments, he could just win the game right now, but it's pretty unlikely. He's on keeper, right? Yeah. So Dragon has the first conflict. He'll probably be wanting the air ring here, I imagine. You could even attack with Mitsu into the Senpuku Seido since he has 3 glory. Like, Phoenix would have to defend with both characters in Stronghold to be winning that. So I actually like that. Whoa, he's picking Earth. Okay, so Earth. Oh, and he has Covert too. Wow, not attacking. Let's wait and see what he chooses here. Yeah, so he does attack a face-down province and finds Upholding Authority, which is not what you want. We see a Cloud the Mind on the Mediator. That's pretty good. That is definitely the character you want to cloud. It has 3 fate on it. I'm really not sure about attacking the Upholding Authority, or the face down province, which turned out to be Upholding Authority. I think you just break this one, right? Um, we see a display of power on that Void Ring, so that is why he didn't attack air, I guess, which makes sense. Let's see what's in the hand. Cloud, Court Games, 2 Katana. Uh-oh. I wonder if he realizes what he just did yet. If not, he will soon. 2 Katana, Hurricane Punch, 2 in service, Inscribes Tonto. While you have claimed the Void Ring, attached character is immune. Oh, yep, there we go. Yeah, he figured it out. Immune to opponent's ring effects. So you basically run this just because it's a 0 cost, 1 military weapon. Oh yeah, he has 2 Tattooed Wanderers. That's definitely a good hit. Scavenger, 2 Seal of the Dragon. Let me go back up. Let Go. And then this guy. I don't really like this card, but some people seem to like it. Personally, like, I just feel like you're spending 2 fate on an attachment which doesn't actually do anything unless you play other cards, which kind of feels bad, but I don't know. So he switched the discard to the Wanderers. We see an attack here at Restoration of Balance. And he only has 7 cards in hand, so not too exciting for Dragon. Like, you probably don't spend a Katana here uh, just to discard 3 cards, right? In service to my lord is gonna ready Mitsu. So he can still break Senpuku Sado on his second attack. What is this, airing? Yeah, that makes sense. And it looks like he is going to get the airing. The problem is, if you attack now, Mediator puts you at 1 honor. That's kind of scary. Just a little bit. And like, what ring do you even attack here? Okay, he has a cloud for the Mediator. The other issue is that you need a defender, or... Oh, calling in favors. Ooh, okay. So that is quite good, I would say. And we know he doesn't have the 3rd cloud in his hand. So you probably just pass your attack here now, right? What was in his hand again? You could attack and then play the Acolyte on defense, or well, I think he already passed, yeah. Oh, and it's political anyway. So Scavenger, not going to be useful. You can defend though, I think. Oh yeah, it is a court games, so should be an easy defense. If there's a court games on the other side, he can always play a Seal of the Dragon. Yeah, so he does pass his conflict. That seems correct. And then Phoenix is also going to pass his conflict. Okay, so you do tie favor here. That would have been a little bit sketchy, I think, if Dragon got to take favor off of that, but since it does tie, I think that's fine. That two fate firing is looking pretty juicy. We see a season of war here, and another mediator of hostilities. So even though the first one is double clouded, this one will now. And he kept the Tsukune again. I'm really wondering what he's saving this Tsukune for, because he keeps keeping it and not playing it, so he's essentially getting one less dynasty draw each turn. Like, I think the general rule should be either you play a character or you discard it at the end of the turn, right? Like, you have to have a really specific reason to want to save a character in a province, I think. Doom Shugenja and Mia Mystic. And Mediator of Hostilities draws a card, so he's already catching up on hand size with all of this card draw. This does mean that Dragon has the choice of which ring he wants to go here. Fire seems good, although you don't really need the fate. Air is obviously very desirable, but on the other hand, it has no fate on it. So we'll see. What did someone pinged me? Okay, so shameful display. Uh-oh. That's not where you want to go. I'm really curious why he's avoiding this Senpuku Sato with his 3 glory character. I guess it was because he wanted to play the Acolyte, but doesn't seem amazing. So Hurricane Punch is going to be a big boost here. We see a Peacemaker's Blade, though. This card seems pretty good, actually, in the past deck especially, because... Hey, Will, how's it going? Because you just always pass your attacks, so the downside, like, doesn't matter. So seems good, and you want to get these mediators out with a lot of fate anyway. He is Keeper of Air, and this is an air attack, so might be a little bit worried about that Keeper Initiate. Fine, Katana, Bonsai. So this Bonsai is going to put him back ahead. We know he has a couple of those Tontos in his hand. And since he has the Acolyte, that will bring it back up to a tie. Assassinate on Mia Mystic, okay. Sure. Oh, we see a Void Fist, but Forged Edict is going to cancel that, okay. Uh-oh, for shame. That's pretty big. We do know he has another in service to my lord, but that would bow his only remaining character. He might be okay with that though, since he can't really attack twice anyway, and this airing is pretty important. You could also... He can use High House of Light. How many cards has he played this conflict? He's played 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I feel like you should use High House of Light now, and then you can restand. We see the Slovenly Scavenger. Okay, so he wants to in service to my lord with this character instead of the Doom Shugenja. You should High House of Light first, right? I don't know why. Like, he only has 3 cards, so I guess... Wait, he didn't use it? Okay, maybe he forgot he has a stronghold. That is something that I am familiar with. The important thing, though, is that he gets the break on Shameful and gets that airing. So that's going to bring him up to 4 honor. And we're just going to see passes through the rest of the conflicts. Did they use Mitsu? I don't think they did. Oh, did he Void Fist again? I must have missed that. Yeah, there it is. He tried to Void Fist again and it got Forged Edicted again. Yeah, getting 2 Forged Edicts is very good. We finally see this Tsukune get played. He definitely needed to use the High House of Light there. Missing that opportunity to get an extra fate on Mitsu is not ideal. There's a Niten Master, and we know he has at least 1 weapon left in his hand. Surprised he threw out Season of War, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could have gotten rid of the library. And yeah, he has been holding on to that Tsukune for a couple of turns. Yeah, he did big brain another Mitsu. So it worked out. He had an opportunity to break Senpuku Seido though, and he chose to go to face down province and hit upholding instead. So I'm guessing he's just not too concerned about the library. It is drawing a lot of cards though. Yeah, that's a good point. Using the Shuffle Goblin means that Mitsu can't use his ability now. Unless he plays another Hurricane Punch. That would be a good way to use it again. So he's going to go at a face down province. With the Tsukune on the board now, I guess attacking Senpuku Seido is not looking too appealing. Ground low bids, yeah, that's true. Why would he not be able to break? Yeah, the library has been getting a lot of value here. Phoenix got to bid 5-1 on turn 2, and they are even on cards now. So, yeah. Yokuni gets a Seal of the Dragon. We saw a court games to honor him. It's a clarity on Sukune. This is a new card. 1 cost, 2 political conflict character. Pretty good. And the ability is actually not completely useless. But most of the time it's not going to be that useful. Ornate Fan, so winning on defense now. What ring is this? Fire. Yeah, at some point you have to start going for these 2 and 3 fate rings. That's one thing about past Phoenix, I guess, is that Fate on Rings builds up pretty quickly. That 2-drop. Oh, you mean the 1-drop? Yeah, what Gyro said. Oh no, it's not during an air conflict, it's at an air province for some reason. The other one? This 2-drop? This is actually a 2-drop. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Air province. It's pretty weird. This 2-drop is Mediator of Hostilities. When a player passes on declaring a conflict, draw 1 card, limit twice per round. That's the only 2-drop I see on the board. For some reason, I thought this card cost 3, but I guess it only costs 2. We see a pacifism on Mitsu. Okay. That is pretty good. We know he has a let go though, right? He never played that let go. Yeah, so he should just be able to let go this. Restoration is free to attack now. Going for the air ring. He can't defend because of the pacifism, which he chose not to let go before this conflict, so this could just be a 2 honor. And I don't really think you want to be losing, or you want to be going down to 2 honor against a deck that is almost certainly running backhanded complement. Even if he only has 4 cards. Okay, plays an Acolyte into the conflict. We see a Bonsai, okay, because he was only at 1. Or at 0, actually. Or 1 with the favor. So he's going to let that break. Playing the conflict character saves him an honor, though, which is good. Here's the keeper. So, what was I saying? Okay, he's just going to pass his conflict here. This Mitsu is 0 political, right? Yeah. So Tsukune can take this 3 Fate Watering and then still get the Earth and Void effects. Hey Anesthesia, how's it going? Nope, gonna take the pass for the card instead. Or not. That was for Dragon passing the conflict. Okay. Yeah, so he is going to take the three fate from the Water Ring. I'm surprised Sukune isn't going in. Kind of. Like, what reason does she really have to stay at home here? Don't really see a reason not to just smash a province. But oh well. Ooh, Yokuni copies. So Yokuni copied Sukune. So he is also going to get Earth and Void, which means he can kill the Mediator with the Peacemaker's Blade. And the Earth Rings will kind of just counter each other. Unfortunately, that does mean that Mitsu will die. Well, he's dishonored and he has a pacifism, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. The dishonor does mean he'll go down to 2 honor, though. Wait. Why didn't he resolve the Void Ring? Oh yeah, he must have just selected Earth and not Earth and Void. Yeah, so this should be on the Mediator. Well, I guess there are 3 Mediators right now, but the one with the Peacemaker's Blade. And, I mean, it's a shame that he didn't use High House of Light because Mitsu could still be alive if he did. I don't think he's used that once this game, which is a little bit... It's a little bit concerning because if you're going to run a 7 influence stronghold, I feel like you at least need to use the ability. Tranquil Philosopher is excellent. Anyway, he can gain back more honor. Is very good here. This Phoenix board is kind of big, but most of it is going away after this turn. Dragon, I feel like Dragon will need to make sure that the Void Ring leaves the table this turn. Yeah, the dogs are... We have some new neighbors that they're not used to, so... Because if the Void Ring stays here, then Sukune is going to be able to kill Yokuni, which Dragon does not want. Unless he can High House of Light, I guess. Tranquil Philosopher, so he's at 3 honor now. Still pretty scary. Getting rid of that Mediator is pretty good because the other one's clouded, so he lost a big source of card draw. He still has the library, of course. And we are going to see an Earth attack at Pilgrimage. I guess Phoenix doesn't have anything to gain from passing conflicts on this board, so might as well take some Ring Fate. This is pretty big political. I'm still kind of unsure why the Tsukune didn't smash this pilgrimage last turn. Like, it must have been that he was afraid of a face-down province, but I don't know what that would have been. What is Dragon Run these days? Seeker of Void. Oh, probably Shameful, right? Because if Tsukune faceplant's Shameful, then you're really sad. That must be it. Clarity of Purpose. It's a pretty good Earth Ring, given that hand sizes are low. You could go ahead and Mystic this fan, but probably want to wait and see if there's another attachment. Yokuni is going to copy. Okay, so I really like this. Yokuni copies Tranquil Philosopher and puts that fate back on the Void Ring. So now he can not only go for a 3 fate Void Ring, which he definitely needs to take off the table, he also gets an extra honor. So up to 4 honor, which is good. If you can play a bunch of well, no. So there won't be any fate on rings. I guess he would have to play like his whole hand pretty much, so not very likely anyway, but so it's going to be Military Void. Okay. I mean, I don't really see the reason to move in there, but I guess there's no reason not to either, so sure. Inscribes Tonto, Fertile Fields draws a card. So you're breaking here. What does this do again? Well, you've claimed the Void Ring, okay. Find Katana. Why is he dumping cards right now? For shame. Like, there's no fate on a ring. If he was gonna go for that, he should have put the fate on a different ring. Okay, he wanted to Void Fist. The Mystic discards Find Katana, but we see another Find Katana. Does he have... He never played that Let Go, did he? So he should... Yeah, I was gonna say... Always feels bad to use Let Go on a Katana or a fan, but... If it gets him the break here, and his opponent only has 4 cards, so... Oh! Wow, Tadaka into the conflict, not even gonna disguise. No Shugenja in play other than the Mia Mystic. And only 2 cards in the Dragon player's hand, so this Tadaka is going to be pretty good. Seal of the Dragon. Just trying to play out his last cards. Tadaka discards Let Go. So no cards in the Dragon player's hand, which is never a position you want to be in. And Mia Mystic is going to kill one of the Katana. So Phoenix will win that conflict. I don't really think it's a bad thing that Phoenix wins the conflict. Like, you never really cared about the Void Ring. You just wanted to remove that option. And he wanted to break, obviously, but since Phoenix spent some resources preventing that, it's not really a big deal. Uh, yeah, I mean, you just defend this so you can Shameful. He got the scout on Shameful though, so he won't have to attack there with Sukune now. What's the other one? Probably Upholding or something. The box is probably Sacred Sanctuary. So yeah, I would imagine it's Upholding. That Shameful does get him an honor as well. Sukune got honored with the firing though. That's a little bit scary. So Phoenix might just give up on the dishonor out plan now and just break the rest of Dragon's strongholds. Like, this Yokuni is going away after this turn, and Phoenix's board is very scary. He's going to gain 2 fate this turn, it looks like. He actually has to not void the Tranquil Philosopher if he wants to get that 2 fate. So, I mean, so Phoenix has just passed, and Dragon has 14 fate and 0 cards, so he should just play both of these characters, right? He's just deciding how much fate he wants to put on him. Wow. Wait, what? He's worried about 5 fires? Okay. I guess that's fair. I don't know if it's correct. He's gonna bid 2 as well. But again, he's not really too worried about honor at this point. He does still have to be a little bit worried about honor. Yeah, Phoenix is Keeper of Air. Pacifism on Yokuni, okay. I mean, you are playing that on a 0 fate character, but that'll keep him out of those military conflicts. That's a character with a lot of political skill too, so I don't know. So Dragon has the first conflict. Yokuni is gonna. Okay, so I expect to see Yokuni attack political. It has to be at fertile fields. I guess you could technically attack Sato. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for Dragon. Okay, he passed his first conflict. I didn't notice that. And yeah, it is upholding authority. Phoenix going for the Earth Ring. That's a very weird time to use Yokuni to copy that when your opponent is about to attack. I feel like it should be used when you're about to attack. Okay, so this makes sense. He played the pacifism on Yokuni so that he could attack with the Haughty Magistrate on military and then save his political where he has the big Tsukune. Because nothing can really get in the way of this magistrate. And then he's free to attack the stronghold on political. Breaking upholding while you have 4 cards in hand doesn't feel amazing. See backhanded, calling in favors, court games, and ramparts of stone. You might have to discard this, right? Like that's just about everybody. Whoa, he discarded the backhanded? That's surprising. Like he can just attack stronghold and ramparts and bow everybody now, right? Yokuni's gonna go fire. Yokuni and the initiate going fire. Or he just ramparts here. Sure. And his opponent has 0 cards in hand. Like, there's literally nothing he can do about this. He already used Yokuni. Yeah, like, Dragon just loses now, right? I guess with, let's see. I'm kind of actually not a big fan of using the ramparts here. Because with Sacred Sanctuary now, 7... He has 17 political to defend with. Okay, so he's not going to go for the break this turn. I think he could have gotten it though, right? Have he saved ramparts here? Like, you wouldn't be able to bow Yokuni, so he would be 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe not. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You need 2 more. Oh, it's about attacking character? Okay, yeah. Fair. Forgot about that. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I guess if it died for him, he won't hear that, but... he gets Void and Fire here. Seems pretty good. So he'll be first player next turn. Everything except for the Raitsugu dies. And his board is still huge, so he just wins now. You probably just bid 5 here, right? As Phoenix. Just completely maximize your chance of breaking the stronghold. Because if you bid 1 and your opponent bids 5 and you don't see a backhanded compliment, then I don't know. Maybe you can still bid 1. Dragon bids 4. Phoenix does decide to bid 1. So that puts Dragon at 2 honor. Like, again, I think Dragon just dies here no matter what. Like, I don't really think there are 4 cards he could have just drawn that will save him. But yeah, so I guess maybe this is a little bit safer for Phoenix. Not going all in. I guess because of Haughty Magistrate. Yeah, it's gonna be it. Alright, so Phoenix wins against Dragon. Good game there. Phoenix was able to just hold Dragon off and grind him out until he eventually just had a much bigger board. Those mediators, Mediator of Hostilities, that card is really good. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.